Hello everyone, welcome back to Caveman to Cosmos, the Beyond the Sword modification for Civilization 4. Now, we've just finished up turn number 48. It is 11,520 BC, and we are 1/3% through the game. I've told you this is going to be a long one. I do want to thank, I believe it was Hydromancerx, I think was his name. I'll put it up on the screen here, for sending me a comment where he talked about the fact I needed to turn on terrain damage in the bug menu, the BUG menu, which is one of the modifications, one of the game mods that Caveman to Cosmos uses. Excuse me. So therefore I have done that. I've turned on terrain damage, so I'm a little bit worried about my troops down here in the desert areas. Although this guy is actually standing at an oasis, so he should be okay. This guy over here should have took a lot of damage, probably wandering. Well, this is brush, so he would brush and scrub. He probably would have taken some damage. As you see there, it now says damage per turn 15%. So he would have taken damage while he was in that area, and he'll probably take some getting out of here as well. But there you go. I didn't know about that, so I appreciate you telling me that about that menu. And I was also able to turn on resource depletion from that menu too. So any of the non-renewable resources, like any of the fruit and animals, that sort of stuff, should renew. But stuff like stone, oil, gold, iron, any of that stuff, copper, those kind of resources, they should be used up as you play them. They will deplete, and you will have to just find new sources. The other thing that bothers me is that right there used to be a dormant volcano. It still says it's dormant, but that's an awful big column of smoke coming from a dormant volcano. So let's end this turn and see about moving away from it, shall we? Alright. I'm definitely going to pay attention now to where I move these people. Alright, what we got here? We have 100% survival according to this to go against this small crocodile. So let's see if we can't take them out. Didn't get any battle animations there. Gonna have to take a look into that. Alright, there's our tribe. We'll move him up as well. Whoops. Forgot that was a, see, and we've stopped inside of a desert tile, as you see. So we need to see about moving right up here on the next turn to get both of those units out of there. Alright, how's our cities doing? They're growing. Gnarlandia has got wild mushrooms online, and Gnarlo City is building a new gatherer to help gather some of these resources. So let's see how things go. Let's get you out of the desert. And let's get you out of the desert. Very good. Yeah, you see his bar had some damage before. His bar was still green though before, even though it did take some damage. Now he's down in the yellow, so we have to be real careful about that. We got scrubland. You don't take any going across scrub. It's just the desert. But if you got an oasis, it's okay. Let's continue. Lord Macaulay completed his greatest work, the most advanced civilizations of the world. I believe this would be advanced, I believe, is based on your research. So Gnarlo the Glorious is at the very top, with the Brazilians and the Persians following along behind me. And they still have a unit promotion that we can give to them as well. So we have to remember that. We can definitely use that. 2 more turns to wild mushrooms. Maybe eventually we'll get these 2 little tribe settlements here healthy. Now what is this? This is just barren. Fortunately you don't take any damage from crossing barren terrain. Looks like they have got a city there. Is that their original city? Whose territory is this? The Brazilians. Interesting. We'll circle around it and see what we see. Okay. Tell you what we're going to do. We are going to heal up. This unit is okay. It's going to wait on the Wanderer, however. I don't want to send it out by itself. Though I do need to start looking about where I'm next going to put a city. So I think I'll actually pause the game right now, and I'm going to take a look and see around where I'm thinking about putting my next city. And we'll pick it up in just a moment. Okay, we're back. I've turned on the dot mapping function here for a moment. That's an Alt-X with this particular mod. Dot mapping is really useful for figuring out where you want your future cities and things to be. Remember back in the old days when I first started playing this game, back about 6-7 years ago, to do a dot map you had to take a screenshot and then take it into basically Microsoft Paint and kind of draw on the screenshot where you were thinking about doing it. Now it's got the modification here, puts a dot map on there. The green in the middle, you can choose whatever color you want it to be. The green in the middle will show you where the city is located, and then the fat cross around it will show you the area of the tiles whenever it gets its first city pop. Like over here, Gnarlandia, of course, right there. You see the city, and when it expands its borders, it makes the fat cross there. And we'll take over those elephants. These two aren't the best placed cities because you got this, if you'll notice, and then Gnarlandia City. If you notice that strip in the middle that has the three squares with the elephants at the bottom, both of them share it, so they're not going to be the most efficient placement there. But over here we're doing good. Now Gnarlandia will come out to this strip right here, and then if I put a city there, I can grab, when it pops, I can grab the tea up top, the 2 tobacco, and those elephants. So that is a good spot to drop it. And as you see, there it goes. And we have now put that map on there, and that will remind me where I want the city to be. I think it's Alt-X, there you go. That gets rid of the overlay, but the dot map will actually stay on the playing board here so that I can remind me where it is, because I definitely wanted to span out this way, try to cut off these Brazilians. Down in this area would have been good too, but I don't want to spread that far away from my capital over here. I'm not sure what the distance penalties are in this game when it comes to especially the prehistoric era. I got a feeling the closer you stay to your home tribe, the better. Okay, let's see what's going on up here. We're going to get wild mushrooms in 1, so let's see what happens. Alright, now we got to figure out what we're going to do with Gnarlandia, so I'm going to take a look at the city here. Let's see what he's doing, what our health and all is like. We definitely need to get some more health. Our happiness is looking really good right now. So is there anything down here that will give us health? Definitely not with the technologies we have. So I think I'm going to go with native culture. We'll start growing native culture over here in European culture in Gnarlandia. We'd already grown it in Gnarlandia City. That'll give us a big boost to our culture. We're producing 2.4 there at the moment. Gnarlandia City is producing 4.8 at the moment. So we can definitely use that. Alright, let's continue traveling down this way, see what we have. Ooh. He is still healing, right? Yeah, he is still healing, so we'll hold off again for that. And I'm going to come up here because I got a feeling. Oh, We got 2. That's 2. Brazilian tribe. They may attack us next turn. Let's see what happens. We're in a good defensive location. No, they didn't. Alright. It's a 75. Apparently he knows we're in a good defensive location. Let's go on up here where we're even better, up on this hill. Alright, we can see Brasilia now. And hopefully our Wanderer will be ready next turn. Let's go ahead and just move him. Can we come across? Yeah, we'll have 1 turn in the desert there. Looks like Brazil is smart enough not to attack us. And we're definitely going to be smart enough not to attack him either. Those are horrible odds. So let's continue on up. As you see, Brasilia only has, at the moment, a population of 1 as well. That's pretty normal for this time error here. We just do not have the technologies and the abilities to grow any larger and for our borders to expand any more than what you see. Okay. If I'm going to put down another city there, we need to move up that direction. So should have moved the Wanderer the other way around. I was hoping there was a pass there and I'd be able to go through it. Oh good, he was actually able to move 2 because of the terrain. Nice. So all's well that... Ooh, volcano, another dormant volcano. This one not smoking, so it doesn't scare me as much as that one does. Let's continue to travel across the scrublands here. We will get cooperation next turn. We'll see what advantages it gives us. Every kind of peaceful cooperation among men is primarily based on mutual trust and only secondarily on institutions such as courts of justice and police. That's a good thought anyway. Leads to oral tradition and leads to persistence hunting, and it gives us our troop improvements of leadership and loyalty. We'll continue. We're going to look at the big picture and see where we go from here. Okay, looking at the big picture here, remember we just got cooperation. That was going to enable us to do persistence hunting. I was thinking of going oral tradition down that route, a lot of culture and stuff. However, persistence hunting, that's going to give us hunting instruction, so we get free hunter promotions for our various units built in the city. Then we can build a master hunter, which will give us extra health and extra happiness from deer and elephants and that sort of thing. And from there we can go to tracking. Tracking is good. It allows you to build your first scouts. It'll allow you to build Cree hunters if we were the Cree. With a master hunter, it allows us to build trackers, and then we've got a lot of promotions for our units that allow us to do, which are all hunting related, and it allows us to make paths, which is like the prehistoric version of roads. So that's the first step down the path of roads and all. So I think that's what we're going to go. We're going to go persistence hunting and then to tracking. Okay, so let us continue here. In fact, I will let you sit here and heal up another turn. Let's get you on over this way. Move you up here. Good. Alright, Gnarlandia has created native culture, European. What are we going to work on next? We already got Gatherer going next door. We can't build a... well, we could build a cave dwelling, but without stone around, it really isn't going to help us too much. What is it? 32 turns to build a cave dwelling. It is a national wonder, not a world wonder, so we could do that. What do we got in the city? What's armed with? It is armed with a stone thrower, I think. We're not going to be beginning health. It's a long turn till it grows. Got a storage pit. That's not a big thing at the moment. Let's go with... I'd like a bandit's hideout. Let's go with the cave dwelling. It's going to give us more culture. It's going to take a little bit of treasure away from us. Not much. And we'll start a golden age. That would be interesting. I wonder what you can have in a golden age in the prehistoric time. Brazilian researchers are rumored to make a technological breakthrough, rapidly advancing their progress. That's not good. Alright. Uh-oh. No. I want you to move up here as well. And their borders have expanded. How come their borders have expanded and our borders didn't? Even though it said that they did. Is it because of the unhealthiness? That doesn't sound very fair. Alright. We've got lions and we've got a Carthaginian wanderer. Let's see what happens here. It's very interesting. Looks like the wanderer took out the lions. That's fine. We're going to take the high ground. So don't attack us, Anakin. It'd be great if we could take out that wanderer. Bet he moves down to the south, though. Nope, he's going to move over here. Oh, our wanderer was taken out. So what happened to the other unit there? Did he take out the tribe too? Oh, man. How did you take us out on a hill? That's just, ugh. Let's see if he starts moving a tribe away from there. No. Okay, he's going to move before we can take him. He did. Yep, Carthaginian tribe. I wonder if we can take out that gatherer. We're going to keep chasing it. See if we can't catch it. The enemy is pretty good. What are we going to build here? Man, I hate that he took out that tribe. Let's go with, since we ain't got to worry about a since we don't have to worry about building troops for a yet another tribe, since he took that one out, let's put you to work on another gatherer. Alright, so what is he recommending for our gatherer here? He's recommending he either comes down here what can he make? I think it's probably like seed camps. Let's click on them right quick. See what that is. Yeah, gather grains. That will increase food by 1. Okay.
Nous attendons vos ordres.
You just do not want to give up that unit. I think he's wandered off. What are we fighting? We have killed a barbarian macaw. Well, I'm glad we were able to take out the macaw. And we've sent a hammer and a food to Gnarlandia, so very good. Yep, it looks like we've lost that wanderer, wherever gatherer unit, whichever way he went. Now, we are going to gather grains, and this will add an extra food. Let me see, where are we actually producing? We're actually producing there. Let's go over there and gather grains. Yeah, let's move up here. We will set them to gathering grains. That's going to add an extra food to this square, so we'll have one more coming into Gnarlandia City.
À votre service.
So that's going to increase the speed of our gatherer.
Prêt pour assignation.
Okay. It's going to use up that gathering unit, though. As you see, it will be consumed. That's the problem with gatherers with gathering units as opposed to worker units. Workers don't get used up by the things that they create. Gatherers do. Okay. That is such a disappointment to have lost those units. Well, we'll travel on up to the north and see what's up in that area. Wounded Brazilian unit received assistance from a small faction that resists the rule of their enemy. Huh. Why can't we find a nice little faction like that? I think I'm going to go at least until we get to persistence hunting, and then we'll stop and see how we are as far as the amount of time we've got here. Alright, that's desert. That is rocky, so we'll go up there. One more turn and we got persistence hunting.
If you chase 2 rabbits, you will lose them both.
Thank you, Leonard. Special abilities gives us the Hunter 1 and the tracking, or leads to tracking, gives us Hunter 1. It'll lead to the tracking skill, which lets us make a path and etc. It's going to allow us to build hunting instruction and a master hunter. So hunting instruction will give us the free hunting promotions for everything built in that city that has that, and then the master hunter will be the units that we can construct. I'm sorry, the building that we can construct, and that will give us a plus health and a plus happiness if we have any of those resources coming in. So we definitely want to go there. let's carefully look at this. Alright. I definitely do not want him to wander into any damaged areas that are going to damage him. Alright. These guys have 35 more turns to build a coconut gatherer. That's interesting. 13 turns to building another gatherer, 18 turns to building a cave dwelling. So that's where we're going to leave off for right now. We're doing good. We're still only losing 1 gold a turn. We're getting 13 a turn on our research, which is we can keep up to 100%. So things are looking good right now. That's where we'll leave off. We'll catch you next time, and we'll see where we come in our little civilization here. Thank you all for watching, and I hope it's been at least moderately interesting.